Okay, so image one. So this image, I I wanted to kind of get at the almost contradictory nature of Europe at the time. So, like I said in that last clip, Europe knows that a war is coming. They're ready for war. However, at the same time, this is sort of a golden age for them. They're at the peak of human art and culture, particularly Germany. Germany really at this point is strong. It's united, but it's also getting deeper into like true culture. And they're making good art. They're the pinnacle of music and writing. And Europe in general at this time is doing very, very well. And so there's a lot of potential, there's a lot of promise, there's a lot of good. But at the same time, mixed in with that, there's sort of this like this underlying tension, I guess you would call it. So you have sort of all this activity happening at the same time, mixed with the potential for war. So I wanted to kind of convey this in this image, in that you have these natural elements, and sort of the gradient that they kind of give, kind of gives you like this idea of the time is like, oh, there's some complexity happening. It's not stark black and white. There's some things going on beneath the surface that are actually quite good. It's beneficial. It's like it's agricultural. It's sort of idyllic almost in its nature. You have a compass representing sort of like that progress that I was mentioning, but there is also that hint of a coming conflict, which, as we said in the previous clip, a lot of the world leaders knew and were actively trying to prepare their populations to deal with. So you had schoolmasters, for instance, basically indoctrinating the youth into nationalism, and you have priests declaring that God had blessed their nation strongly. And this is sort of the reason that we see a decline in religious observance at the end of the war, in that the church was seen as partly responsible for what happened because it aligned itself so heavily with nationalism.